Okay, let's take a look at some of the equipment we're going to need now in order to get through this training program. Okay, so one of the first pieces of equipment that we're going to need is a decent tape measure. Now this is a 30-metre tape measure. Please don't just step out the beep test. We need to be accurate with the distance, so it's important that we get ourselves a tape measure in order to measure that 20-metre course properly. Okay, the other thing that we're going to need is a couple of cones, just little witches' hats or traffic cones like this. Another alternative is to use a little dome type plastic cone similar to this one. Now again, it doesn't really matter what type of marker you're using, we just simply need to be able to mark out those 2 points at the end lines. But now in order to do the beep test, of course we're going to need the beep test audio file, and of course you're going to need something to play that on. Now we just use a little outdoor speaker type box like this, like a public announcement type speaker. And a lot of these days you can actually plug something like an iPod or an iPhone, an MP3 player or something like that straight into these devices. An external speaker is a good option if you can get access to one of those. Okay, so with that equipment that we've just mentioned, we've got everything we need to set up the beep test and do a beep test practice. But in order to get through the training program, there's a couple of other pieces of equipment that we need to get hold of, and one of those is what's called